Thank you for joining us here on Republic TV. You're watching This Is Exclusive, and at 7 p.m. we're coming to you with new videos. In a few seconds from now, we will get you 3 new videos, never seen before videos of Operation Sindoor. We told you that nuclear sites were hit. Of course, we never went on record with that, but we now have something on record that we didn't intend to hit these sites, but these sites have been hit nonetheless. Here are the headlines at 7 p.m. on This Is Exclusive. Pakistan reveals that India hit many more targets than initially revealed.
International level, are you going to say that you targeted? Obviously you didn't target. It got hit and it put a lot of fear and apprehension in the mind of the people there.
Confirmed now that Pakistan nuclear sites were hit during Operation Sindoor.
You hit them so hard that they've got to reach out to you, so you've done your delivery of your arsenal very well. So I think that by itself, what did you hit? How quickly did you hit them? How hard you hit them?
Military advisor to the Raksha Mantri tells Republic that the moment our missiles hit Pakistan's nuclear sites, that's when Pakistan wanted a ceasefire.
Officially, we know in 1965, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto declared a 1,000-year war against India. Then he addressed the United Nations Security Council. And similar kind of venom was fueled by General Asim Munir against India and Hindus. Speak just 2 days or weeks before what happened in Pahalgam.
Chief of Defence Staff exposes Pakistan Army Chief Field Marshal Munir, says it was his venom spewed 2 days before Pahalgam that may have triggered the attacks. Kamal Hassan pulled up. The court asks him why he has not apologized. His movie Thug Life banned in Karnataka. For the first time, ladies and gentlemen, we have videos of never seen before strikes during Operation Sindoor. And on This Is Exclusive tonight, we have 3 new videos that we are, for the first time, bringing to our viewers of how we struck the Rafiki Air Base in central Punjab in Pakistan in the early hours of 10th of May. The video footage also on the show tonight from Shorkot Tehsil. There are 3 videos. There are 3 videos that we have accessed tonight on the show. The video number 1, let me show you video number 1. The Rafiki Air Base in Jang City, central Punjab, Pakistan. Take a look at this video for the first time. It's an exclusive video, so I'll put an exclusive watermark over that. This is an exclusive video that we have accessed from the night of Operation Sindoor. Let's put the audio up on that. There is an audio in this video as well. I'll put the audio up. Take a look at that video, ladies and gentlemen. This is Target 1. This was the Rafiki Air Base. Rafiki Air Base. There is an audio of the missile strike. The impact, the moment of impact captured in audio and video. This is in central Punjab in Jang City, Pakistan. The video location exactly is Shorkot Tehsil. Shorkot Tehsil. The time of the video, 3:30 a.m. Date of the video, 10th of May 2025. Around the time when India struck Pakistani military air bases. Let me show you the second video now. On the show tonight, the second video. This is of the attack on the Jang City military installations in Punjab, Pakistan. Another vantage point. I'm playing this audio layer over the video as well. This is another video for the first time being accessed by Republic after Pakistan admitted to more sites being hit. There is a second video that we have accessed. Pakistan today in its dossier has claimed that India attacked 8 additional military installations on the intervening night of 9th and 10th of May. Video shows that many more locations were hit. Pakistan itself has claimed that between 3 o'clock and 4 a.m. in the morning on the 10th of May, 8 more sites could have been hit. Pakistan claimed that India had also attacked the Jung city on the 10th of May, but the Indian Air Force hadn't officially made a mention of that. But there are videos that show that perhaps more bases were hit. Shravan has accessed these videos. Shravan, how many bases did we go on record with? How many bases were hit? And what do the videos confirm? What does the dossier tell us? How many more did we actually strike?
Well, Niranjan, let me begin with the caveat. The caveat is this, that today Pakistan has once again launched their propaganda set. In fact, this is a dossier that has been prepared by the Pakistanis because they believe this is a counter view to what we have presented before the world. Now, in the process of doing so, they have basically revealed far more than what we had basically put out in the public domain. Because remember, for India, it has been a calibrated move, and that is the reason why on the 9th and the 10th of May, the military bases that were basically targeted, roughly about 9 of them, as far as Pakistan is concerned, it is more than 9. At least more than 8 to 9 is what we are given to understand. About 10 is what they've already referred to in the dossier. Jung being one such, and the other video that we have just put out is a clear indication of the fact that something did actually happen between the 9th and 10th. And if you join the dots with the former military advisor to the defense minister, who did actually confirm to Republic TV that on the 10th itself, India was not going to stop. This was only when Pakistan basically accepted India's terms. That's when India accepted and the ceasefire was brokered. But the reality is this, that today in that dossier that has been prepared by the Pakistanis, they have basically revealed the fact that not just the terror bases, but also military installations that were targeted, and it is much more than what we had already revealed so far. Many are asking this question that as to why exactly will India not admit the fact that we have actually hit out more? Because remember, when the number of targets that we had basically chosen, they were done in a precision manner. In the process, there are a few other places that have also got hit. Now, one such happens to be the nuclear facility at the Noor Khan base. Now, there was a lot of speculation that was doing the rounds, but now you have the former military advisor confirming that too. So if you join the dots, the reality is this, that the damage that has been inflicted upon the Pakistanis is much more than what we have known so far.
Shravan, stay with me because there is also a map here that we have. This is, of the map of the damage, which is way, way deeper than was initially revealed. Now, this is the map that we have. During our, not just the drone strike, there's a correction here. It's not just a drone strike, drone/missile strike on the intervening night of the 9th and 10th. The damage is way, way deeper than we actually thought. We went much deeper than what was initially claimed. From all the cities that were struck by our armed forces, Peshawar, Rawalpindi, Lahore, Jung, Bahawalnagar, Shorkot, Rahim Yar Khan, Sukkur and Karachi. Now, there are many more strikes that have been admitted by Pakistan in their newly released dossier, including in the Rafiki base, more places that were hit, at least 8 more that were hit that I have now on the dossier. Let me go across also. We had an exclusive interaction with the military advisor to the Raksha Mantri, Lieutenant General Khandre, while speaking to my colleague Shravan, also spoke about how nuclear sites were in fact hit, not intentionally hit, but they were hit in the course of our retaliation when we targeted Pakistani military installations. And take a look at this particular map. Now, initially, we were told that about 10 to 11 air bases were hit inside Pakistan, but it appears it could have been way more than that, because Pakistan in its dossier has shown that at least 8 more targets than what we had initially claimed were hit by India. Now, that is a big admission, and we have supporting videos that have also come out this evening, accessed by Republic TV, showing that there was a strike in some of these locations mentioned in the Pakistan dossier on the intervening night of 9th and 10th between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. Here's the interview of the military advisor to the defense minister admitting that they were hit on nuke sites as well.
Perhaps also take it a little further, because there was a lot of talk happening that the nuclear sites were also being targeted. Was that true? Did we actually manage to at least come very close or somewhere close?
Okay, you remember what the DG Air Ops mentioned?
Thank you for telling us that Kirana Hill houses some nuclear installation. We did not know about it. Okay. And we've not hit Kirana Hills, whatever is there. Okay. I did not brief in my briefing yesterday. Thank you.
In fact, a media person asked him that, did you target? And he said, you tell me. So obviously, at the international level, are you going to say that you targeted? Obviously, you didn't target. It got hit, and it put a lot of fear and apprehension in the mind of the people there as to what is
was
the
that
condition.
the turning point?
Possibly, yes. Possibly, yes.
The very fact that they got nervous that we have come that
Many
close?
things, not only one. In exactly that half night that you think of, if you reached Noor Khan Air Base, what is it?
Where were we going further? Because I understand that's when all the calls were essentially being made by the Pakistanis ki ab band karo.
So, if you've hit very valuable targets, so you've chosen your targets well.
Right.
If you hit them so hard that they've got to reach out to you, so you've done your delivery of your arsenal very well. So I think that by itself, what did you hit? How quickly did you hit them? How hard you hit them?
What I meant to ask, were we stopping there? Had Pakistan not dialed United States of America, then would India have stopped?
No.
So we had something up our sleeves.
So, see, every escalation ladder, we were always on top, no? So, I'm not talking about their dialing. They are free to dial anybody in this world.
So we had something more in plan. And we were going to go
when
ahead.
they reached out to us and they said, enough. So, we said, okay, if you've learned a lesson, that's all right.
In fact, I have a longer excerpt of that very, very critical interview. He will also be, by the way, Lieutenant General Khandre will also be joining Arnab on the debate tonight at 8 p.m. But before that, now the latest video that we have, and I'll play a little bit of that video on the screen. Now, this is the new video of Operation Sindoor that we have received tonight, this evening after verification. And that shows how in the Shorkot Tehsil, a little after 3:30 a.m., you can see the impact of India's missiles striking the Rafiki airbase. I'll show you a little bit of that video, and then I have a longer excerpt of Lieutenant General Khandre's interview. He was the military advisor to the defense minister during Operation Sindoor. Take a look at this. This is the video. As Pakistan admits more sites were hit, this is a video from Rafiki airbase, and in this video you can hear the background missile impact of India's missile strike in this video. And here's what Lieutenant General Khandre says. The strike that broke Pakistan's back. Take a listen.
There was a lot of talk happening that the nuclear sites were also being targeted. Was that true? Did we actually manage to at least come very close or somewhere close?
Okay, you remember what the DG Air Ops mentioned? In fact, a media person asked him that, did you target? And he said, you tell me. So obviously, at the international level, are you going to say that you targeted? Obviously, you didn't target. It got hit, and it put a lot of fear and apprehension in the mind of the people there as to what is the condition.
Was that the turning point?
Possibly, yes. Possibly, yes.
The very fact that they got nervous that we have come that
Many
close?
things, not only one. In exactly that half night that you think of, if you reached Noor Khan Air Base, what is it?
Where were we going further? Because I understand that's when all the calls were essentially being made by the Pakistanis ki ab band karo.
So, if you've hit very valuable targets, so you've chosen your targets well.
Right.
If you hit them so hard that they've got to reach out to you, so you've done your delivery of your arsenal very well. So, I think that by itself, what did you hit? How quickly did you hit them? How hard you hit them?
What I meant to ask, were we stopping there? Had Pakistan not dialed United States of America, then would India have stopped?
No.
So we had something up our sleeves.
So, see, every escalation ladder, we were always on top, no? So, I'm not talking about their dialing. They are free to dial anybody in this world.
So we had something more in plan.
Yeah,
we
so
were going to
when
go
they
ahead.
reached out to us and they said, enough. So we said, okay, if you've learned a lesson, that's all right.
I want to ask you this because all of us somewhere down the line thought that there is something more to the Operation Sindoor. There was something, as all of this is part of the plan, AWACS getting destroyed. The very next day you have military bases that were targeted, which no one ever thought that would have gone to such an extent. What was the next step? What were we really going ahead at?
Okay, if you're trying to say, because a lot of media started saying that POJK should have been done, they should have, no, listen. When we started, we were looking only at the terrorist ecosystem. So that was how we were going to do it. You know, getting POJK or getting a part of Pakistan, it's a deliberate operation. It takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of preparation. Take your mind back to 1971. It was around the same time that Indira Gandhi had told then General Manekshaw, later Field Marshal Manekshaw. And what did he say? He said, you need time, you know. And this was not our action, it was our reaction. So there is a difference between a deliberately planned military campaign and a response. So this was a response. This was not a deliberately planned military campaign. If that happens, you need a lot of time to prepare.
If they wouldn't have called us then, after we had targeted the military bases, would we still have continued?
See, continued in which manner? In the sense, if he had hit at us again, we would have hit him back again harder than this.
And
but
we were prepared for something
yes,
bigger than
obviously. See, you've got to subdue him. Okay, you go through this term of, or 3 terms of conflict initiation, conflict management and conflict termination. Every time you get into this kind of business, serious business, and you initiated conflict because you were reacting. So the choice was with us. When, where, how. And then you were managing that every time he was crossing the escalatory ladder, you were going higher. And you always have an exit strategy. You can't go on to a conflict and keep fighting till your tongue is hanging out. You always have an honorable exit strategy where you're on top. So you see at every place when we were telling him, and we were giving him an offer that we can stop if you want, which he didn't accept. The final acceptance was from his side. But at every stage, there was an exit strategy for him, for us also. You know, you can't get into a conflict and then at the end of it, you don't know why you stopped it or what it is. So you're not wanting to go for an all-out war, but you are wanting to teach him a lesson, which you did.
Immediately thereafter, the narrative was this, that there was a third-party intervention, that is the United States of America. The call that went to Marco Rubio from the Pakistani side. I want to understand, in the war room and obviously in the government at that point in time, what was really going on? Did we really accept any sort of calls or any sort of intervention from the United States of America?
No, nothing. Absolutely very clear. It was the DGMO from the Pakistan side, and that is what we were looking at. Nothing beyond that, no third party, nothing.
But can you really trust the Pakistani side here? Because many would say that they are buying time. They are buying time so that they can respond once again. They are buying time so that they can irritate us further. Can you really trust the Pakistanis?
We never trust Pakistanis, we never trust Chinese also.
Getting in the next big breaking update, mass protests have broken out in Gilgit-Baltistan in Pakistan. In POK, several groups are protesting, and there are simultaneous protests that are ongoing. 3 major protests taking place across Gilgit-Baltistan, and each sparked by a different but a significant issue. These are exclusive pictures that we're getting in here on the show this evening, from students to women to traders, all protesting simultaneously in Gilgit-Baltistan in POK. Let me go across to Gursimran joining us with details. Gursimran, quickly, if you can tell our viewers the reason for each of these protests.
See, Niranjan, it's the Awami Action League in the Baltistan, Gilgit-Baltistan, that are holding the protest, and these protests are on the Karakoram highway, that is connects the CPEC route of the China to Pakistan. The protests are against the suspension of the approvals that were earlier given to the imports that come to the source dry port of the Gilgit, but now it has been stopped by the Pakistani federal authorities, which is making it really very difficult for the businessmen, the import-export businessmen in the Gilgit-Baltistan to carry out their day-to-day works, and it has also brought them to the financial crunch, after which the Awami Action League has decided, it is also backed by the Pakistani Tehreek-e-Insaf. They have decided to block the highway. It's been more than 72 hours that the Karakoram highway has been blocked, which is making it really difficult for the activities of the CPEC to continue. But the people are saying that in the days to come, they will be further going with the agitation, and they will be blocking the other highways as well. That's one that is leading to the capital of Pakistan as well. Reason being, they are saying that they are being treated as second-class citizens, their rights are being snatched, and also the bill that was the policy that was brought in by the federal government to control the minerals of the Gilgit-Baltistan, that has also irked the people, that their minerals
I'll have to leave it at that. Running out of time there, Gursimran, thank you for joining us with those inputs. Simultaneous protests breaking out in Pakistan, and Republic TV accessing the exclusive pictures. 3 protests: women, students, traders, government employees revolting against Pakistan. That's it on this edition of This Is Exclusive. Big edition of the debate coming up starting 8 p.m. with Arnab. Stay tuned and thanks for watching.